with Usain Bolt, like I would never say that he is like a basic car model of an athlete. Like he has the windows. He has
basic
the
was a little bit harsher, Andy. Come on.
I'm not saying. I'm functional.
Yeah. Well, I think
like a Volvo.
Yeah.
No,
he's more than a Volvo,
I've
surely.
got some Swedish friends, man.
No, Usain Bolt, he is a Lamborghini. Like he's got the whole package.
First thing that comes to mind for me in terms of great athletes is longevity.
I think one of the problems with Tiger Woods is he doesn't overtly exude someone, I don't know, you'd say is proud of being black.
The word that doesn't really come to mind when we discuss Serena previously, I would definitely say in the last 2 to 3 years, is that she's sexy.
You know, when it comes to Maria Sharapova, I physically actually feel a bit sick when I think about her. How much she earns compared to Serena, it's just criminal.
Some of the biggest animals in the world, they eat like this, you know, like the horses, elephants and whatnot. If they don't have any issues, I can't see why I would have any potential issues.
There are communities within the black community that are historically vegan. So you have the Rastafarians, historically vegan.
We've always been the main drivers of what is, you know, cool and acceptable to do. If we then take that on, we need to take responsibility for something that wasn't created by us. So we need to sort of think about that, I believe.
And we've all got to take responsibility because, you know, Simon says, Pharaoh Monch, girls rub on your... I didn't even have anything to rub on, but I was getting involved in that track. And I think the most important thing, though, was the self-regulation. Going home knowing that you couldn't carry on with that behaviour at home, or it stopped when the track stopped and that was it. Doesn't mean that it didn't have an impact on the psyche of the guys around me who thought, oh yeah, she's about that life.
For me, I would say, as a young hip-hop fan, a group like Public Enemy got me as a young boy to go to the library. From listening to Public Enemy records and I wanted to find out about Malcolm X and Louis Farrakhan and all of this, it's this information I was given, it sent me on a journey. Yeah. So I know the reverse of that is happening now.
The fact that you find further former Conservative Party members then going on to work for UKIP and allowing this very racist or racially charged narrative to continue. So for me, myself personally, I just remain very sceptical that it can be a party that would serve the interests of the diaspora.
But then if you speak to some Africans, you know, it's a bit like, well, that was unfortunate, but thank God it didn't happen to me. And they continue to vote for whatever party they feel fits their beliefs.
I feel like we celebrate people who are mediocre. I'm just going to put it out there. In America, when you meet a successful business person, they are millionaires, they are billionaires, because it's easy to be an entrepreneur. Everybody just registers a business, throws up a website, and I'm a boss. My job, I'm a truth teller. So my clients come to me with their business ideas. They could have won awards. I'm like, how are you promoting yourself publicly to be this success, but then behind the scenes, this is a mess. I'm the person that comes and cleans up your business mess.
It's not enough to just be successful, but I'm successful, but I can also be angry, I can be frightened, I can be hurt, I can exist in many different manifestations of who I am.
For me, the biggest barriers, is my age, because I look really young. Even though I'm not young, that I get that, you know, like, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. Or, oh, this is a tag. And I'm like, oh my God, I've been coding since I was 15.
When you get to a particular point in your career, you don't want to make waves, you know? You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to rock the boat because you don't want to be seen as the aggressive black woman. And as much as you want to stand out, you also want to fit in. So it's trying to gain this balance, but I think we're starting to realise, actually, I don't care if you think I'm an aggressive black woman. Yeah. This is what I deserve. I have got the same the experience, I've got the same qualifications. I'm actually better qualified and more equipped to do this job than my male counterpart. Pay me what I deserve. Pay me my money.
Give me my money.
Pay me my money.
Let's face it, if you don't know every single piece of EU law, every trade deal that we're part of because we're members of the EU, every system, every framework that gets us drugs into this country, that all ends with no deal. So if you're arguing for no deal and you don't know all that stuff, you literally, and I mean literally, don't know what you're talking about.
If Brexit doesn't happen, I think it would be the worst thing that's happened to Britain for a long time.
But this-
I would be
For what because it's the wrong decision, or because
the democratic element of it. It's,
so
might as well just move back to Nigeria.
Seriously.
But I think there is also a temptation to, people often frame mixed race people as being sort of exotic. And even like one of the first
What are
questions,
you?
exactly, one of the first
Mixed
questions
with.
you often get as like a chat up line is like, oh, tell me about your mix. I get that all the time.
So for me personally, the attention did go to my head, and you know, I had fun with it.
So,
and
so if
whatever.
you're honest, you at some point did think you're too nice because of the attention you got. I'm just being honest. Did you at some point think, you know what, I'm getting this attention?
Yes, he did.
Maybe I am quite, you know what, I'm
when I
about
was
it.
18, 19, 20, I thought I'm the shit. Yeah.
Someone who's, you know, of Ghanaian origin, the way my dad sees being masculine as a Ghanaian man is very, as what you say, perfect word, stoic. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like I've never physically touched my dad in my life.
Do you have children?
I'm 1 month away from having my first girl.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm listening like...
Sorry, I know you asked me a question, but I just have to say...
Go on.
But, and your father?
No.
Right, so becoming a parent is the single best thing you will ever do in your entire life.
So for me, I think it's important now, moving forward, that we tell our boys and young men that being a man isn't about masculinity. It's something else. It's like what you said. It's about taking responsibility of your own reality. Like, you know, being a man is about you saying, this is my family, this is my partner, these are my kids, I'm going to take care of them, period.
I know people, young guys, who, if I were to count up their Gucci belts, Louis Vuitton belts, trainers, that's a deposit for a house.
So especially I'm Nigerian. So every time they go to a party, there must be a new outfit. There must be, you must show I've arrived. And so you're paying money to sew new outfits. Where's this money coming from? This means that you can't save for your children. And we always do parties. Why do we have to celebrate your 51st birthday after we celebrated your 50th? Do you know what I mean? We don't. It's a lot. We don't need to, but we've got to do it. And we're not going to just do a little in the house. We've got to have a whole.
The biggest
we've
party
got
of
to
the
do.
year.
We've got to do everything. You've got to dance in with your entourage, all in a new colour. Then your guests got a separate colour.
What I get upset about is people who come to me and go, right, so I got a little £100, I want to invest it, yeah? I don't want to lose any of my money, but I want somebody else to take this money and make me more money. I'm like, that's a recipe for cussing, because you know that you're going to cuss off that person because they don't come back to you with what you expect.
People go back just because they want to be there, but they don't want to be here.
Yeah. So you going back to Africa, you're more or less, to an extent, and this might sound weird, almost like the colonial masters.
But equally, our own countries and our own media don't do very much in terms of putting across the good news from their own country. They're doing slightly more now. But for those who are motivated and do watch the ABNs and the Ben TVs and read their papers online, the stories there aren't hugely popular or positive either.
Just a question, did any of us have a curl here or so? Was anybody there with the activator or so? I was not.
Oh yes.
You had your curl?
I was subject to
I must ask you one question.
Yes.
Did it drip?
Yes.
You're okay.
Did you ruin sofas?
I ruined all sorts of
Remember in the 80s when you watch Michael Jackson TV and you see grown men just fainting in the front row?
Yeah.
So with the children.
This is what I'm saying. The news, national
Yeah.
news stopped for his video premiere.
Yeah.
That's mad.
The 90s damaged equality and our concept of masculinity and femininity. And I say that because I feel like a lot of women, you know, we got mixed messages. On one hand, we were hearing the music of people like Mary J. Blige and singing along with that, basically saying, I'm waiting for my knight in shining armour. But conversely to that, well, I'm a 90s girl and I don't need a man and I don't need this, that and the other.
So that concludes season 2 of It's All Blakademik. We're just packing up now from recording our final show of season 2, and they've been really, really good. I want to say a big thank you to all the people that have been working on the shows, all the production team, editorial team, the social media team, everyone that's worked on it, the website that's coming up that should be out very, very soon, and all the guests. We've had some fantastic guests on the show. We've had some amazing debates on the show as well. I've really enjoyed it. The show is growing. We're already planning for season 3, and I'm really, really excited about all the new ideas, the new debates, the new guests, the new venues we're going to get for season 3. We're going to go up a level. One thing I would like all you guys to do is to follow us across all of our socials if you haven't already. We're on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Subscribe to the channel, Blakademik TV. Tell a friend, tell your mum, tell your dad, tell the postman, tell the cabman, tell anyone about Blakademik TV. Get them involved and also join in on the conversation as well. Once again, a big thank you to my production, editorial and social media team. I can't do this by myself. I'm very proud of what we've achieved so far, but a big thank you to all you guys so far that have been watching, listening and subscribing as well. So please continue to do so and we will see you in season 3. Big up.